situation of depression and negative thinking in our youth life can be happen in everywhere in teenagers of our teenage. And for the what you said is Asian maybe have some happy side movie to describe teenagers or youth life, but in High Noon you can see the depression and the self destruction of themselves. And because this movie is from my deep heart, that's describing the situation I have been faced when I was young. And it is not exactly what I faced when I was 17 years old, but I've done lots of research on teenagers in Hong Kong, and I find that the problem is quite serious and much depressed than what the movie showed. I do think maybe you might shocked by what I say at this moment, and it is just this right part of teenagers in Hong Kong. Many teenagers are growing up well and growing up happily, and they don't shoot sex video, don't take drugs, they don't have violence in their life. But some of teenagers get those problems, especially those in lower class in Hong Kong. And I was born in public estate, and I live in lower class, and I do really want to make a story about teenagers, about lower class and middle class. Or I do think you cannot be identified by their class or how they live. If the depression and the unhappy things happen in teenage, no matter they're rich or they're poor. So in my story, you can see 7 teenagers have a rich guy take drugs, and the main character who live in public estate, who is poor situation, but they can make friends. The differences from the adult society and the teenage society is about they can communicate together because they're young and they understand themselves, both each other, no matter how they live. And I do think this project is showing the negative side of the society, but we have hope. We are not hopeless. At the end of the film, maybe many people told me that they think really depressed after watching this film, and they think there are no hope and no exit of their life. But in my point of view, I made this movie is want to say that youth life is something when we pass after we pass this in the world, but everybody can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. Youth life is something you have taught and you have experienced, and you look back and you know something, then you will learn something, then you will keep going. The last shot of the main character walk out under the high noon, and then it just symbolizes that he got hope and he must go on his life. Life must go on. It's another day. It's another sunny day. Yeah.
All right. Who's next?
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
Well, I'm curious, what made you want to tell a story where the main characters are boys as opposed to girls?
If you didn't hear it back, what made you want to tell a story where the main characters are boys, not girls?
Originally, it is a project from Taiwan. Winds of September. My producer Eric Zhang. Do anyone know Eric Zhang? Zhang Ziwei, the cute fat guy. He really wants to make a project over Hong Kong, Taiwan, and mainland to bring up 3 new directors to direct. Come back again. Okay, to bring up new directors for to make a film about their culture and about their youth life in their local place. And I am one of the directors submit the script, and he chose me. He chose my story. And at first, many people ask me why don't talk about girls but talk about boys. Because I want to be boys when I was in childhood. Because I am only child, and I play around with many boys, but not girls when I was young, and I enjoy very much spend time with them because they are honest and they don't gossip, and they are really active and honest between their friendship, but I never get the trust and get the relation between the boys because I'm female. So in this story, I really want to explore the mindset of boys, and so you may think is it quite strange that a girl write about boys watching pornography in the healthy mode, but it is very interesting when I spend time with those kids because I did lots of research on them before I make this movie. I have spent about 4 months to spend time with them, with the actors. I chose those actors by myself, even the main characters and the drugs. Anyone who takes drugs, I picked them from the basketball field by myself. So this is a good experience to let me experience youth life again. Yes. Bring it back to the 70s.
Someone else?
Yes.
Right there.
Were they actors or were they just teenagers that you found?
When I picked them, they're just teenagers. Yeah, I got some. In fact, we have some training before we shoot this movie, and we have lots of role play, but we don't have rehearsal. We don't take any rehearsal. We just did role play, and we just ask them to do something, not being themselves, and train them to be acting someone. And then we read the script together, and then we create some of the wordings. Yeah, so-called in Hong Kong there's something called qiu yu. It is a language created by teenagers. Yeah, I do think many even in overseas and maybe in New York or other places, teenagers create their own languages. Yeah, to don't let the adults know what they're talking about. Yeah.
Someone else? Okay, well, then I'll ask one last question, which is, this project is not regarded as a commercial project in Hong Kong, and I know you feel strongly about that and strongly about sort of what you're working on next, so maybe you could fill people in on what you're working on next and what you think about sort of some of the feeling in Hong Kong that this is more of an art project and not a commercial.
At first, Eric Zhang and me really want to do a commercial, but finally they label us to be an art film, and I should think about it. I should consider about it seriously, because as a newcomer to the industry, I strongly make a film. That's what I really think about. But I got some places or something really not mature to let the Hong Kong censorship to put this in category 3 and make a big loss to the company.
Just so people know, category 3 is the rating in Hong Kong. It's usually saved for sex stuff, most often.
Yeah, but we don't see any sex scene and we don't see any blood on the. Yeah, we got some blood, but not that violent. Just because they are teenagers, they don't allow teenagers have underage sex, underage jobs, and everything they can do in underage. Adults can be. I don't know why. Anyway, I really have to think about it to make a film in my future really reach the audience. I really want to do something really can communicate with audience. I just think my first feature have lots of problems and lots of I don't think that is mistakes, but not something really not complete or really not easy to reach at the moment. Especially you have missed some of the things. I'm sorry about that. So my upcoming project will be think about those projects more and really want to get closer to the audience.
What did you learn about yourself making this movie?
You mean what? How can I get into the industry? Or?
No. What did you learn about? A lot of times when you write something,
yeah.
you write it for one reason, but then as you're writing it, you realize you're writing for another reason. The project.
In this case, in Heiward case, in fact, I learned a lot out of my expectation. Because first I get this script and this chance to write a story about youth life, I just think to say something for my own youth life. But when I get closer to the teenagers, I find that we have generation gap because they are 17 and I am 24 or 5. And do you know that in Hong Kong they said 3 years a generation. So I am 3 or 4 generations far away from them. and I find that I once felt I'm old when I'm facing them. Yeah, because they are full of energy and they are emotional. They are really emotional. Even they are shooting in the film, and I just like their mother to take care of them. And I've learned a lot from the research because I get close to those so-called social problem teenagers. Oh, silence. The government or the social works people may expect that those teenagers are causing problems. They are making chaos to the society. But once I get close to them, I find that they have their own thinking and they do care each other, and what they really, really want to having in their youth life is just love and friendship. It's so simple, and I really want to get those thinking in this movie. I want to put this message from them. All we want is just love and friendship, no matter how the situation is so bad. And I do really like to thank my actors and actresses. I learned a lot from them, and it is a chapter of my youth life. Yeah, it's a new chapter of my youth life, and my boss told me that don't make any youth movie again. Just say lots of that. Yeah. In love, is that?
Sorry, that's all we've got time for, but Director Mac's going to be at the reception. Go get yourself a drink and corner her if you have any more questions.